Nick, Jonas, diabetes, we're in this fight. What were your symptoms? You were diagnosed at age 13, right?
I was, yeah, age 13. My brothers
What
and
were
I
your symptoms?
brothers and I were on tour. We were at the beginning stages of our career, and we were doing a school tour. So we'd basically roll up into a school and play, you know, for the kids in the auditorium. And it was usually around 8 a.m., so they weren't quite ready for a rock show that time. But I started to notice that I was losing weight. I lost about 15 pounds in 2 weeks. And I only weighed about 110 pounds at the time, so I dropped about 95 pounds, and I was drinking a lot of water, using the bathroom a lot, and just overall had a really bad attitude, and didn't know why, because I'd usually, you know, been quite a happy person, but I was just in a really bad spot, and so I went to my parents and I said, look, I think there's something really wrong. And they said, okay, we'll take you to the doctor. I went to the doctor, and she said, you know, your blood sugar is over 700. It's approaching 800 quickly, and you need to go straight to the hospital.
That's extraordinarily high.
Yeah, it was you know, it's such an uncomfortable feeling, because the thing about the high blood sugar for me is that, you know, it's really a point of feeling like you're going to collapse the whole time. And I was at this point for, it must have been 2 or 3 weeks, and I was days away from a coma.
Were you scared?
Extremely scared. At the beginning, I didn't know anything about diabetes. I'd never known anyone that had it, and so it came as a real shock. And diabetes it sounds like you're going to die when you hear it, and so I was immediately frightened. But once I got a better idea of what it was and that it was something that I could manage myself, I was comforted.
Give me your day-by-day procedure. Do you inject insulin, or you have a pump?
I have an insulin pump. I've been on the pump now.
That's in your belt, like?
Yeah, it's just some kind of my waistline here. I've been on the pump now for about 5 years.
That automatically monitors and puts in the
pump that I have just delivers the insulin. I enter how many carbs I'm having, and then it tells me what I should take, and then I approve it. But my daily routine is basically wake up, and first thing I do is check my blood sugar. And throughout the day, I'll check my blood sugar anywhere from 10 to 12 times, just pricking my finger. And you know, before every meal, midday check, before I go to bed, when I wake up, all those different points in the day, and you know, just deliver insulin throughout the day.
When it can get too low, too, can it?
Absolutely.
The low blood sugar, you feel like fainting, right?
Yeah, I had a low blood sugar last night. And see, the scary thing is that with a high blood sugar, you actually have more time to react and to get it to come back down, because obviously there's a lot more sort of grace and mercy period. Whereas with low blood sugar, you know, 70 to 0 is really dangerous, especially for someone like me who, you know, I'm because of my disease, I'm usually more high. And so it's a scary feeling, and you know, it's basically the first thing you do is grab juice or any kind of liquid carbohydrate, because those get into the bloodstream quicker.
One of the things you have to worry about is blindness, heart trouble, shorter life.
Yeah, you know, the blindness is a big one, and I actually have heard a few stories of you know, type 1 diabetics that haven't taken care of themselves and ended up losing their vision. You know, obviously, also your feet. You know, that you run a high risk of you know, losing toes and other things if you're not careful. And you know, luckily I have maintained my vision. You know, my doctor said it's a miracle that through my 2 or 3 weeks of having diabetes and not knowing it, that I you know, kept my vision.
So you have checkups regularly, right?
I do, quarterly checkups. I have an amazing doctor here in Los Angeles.
On tour, are there times you're on stage when it affects you? I mean, how do you manage it and work?
I've had a few low blood sugars on stage, which is an extremely uncomfortable feeling. All I want to do is sit down and drink a juice or have carbohydrates or whatever. So it's tough to be thinking about performing for an audience. But we have an amazing team when we're on the road who are always prepared. You know, I got juice on the side of stage, and my guitar tech will bring it out and make sure I'm cool. And you know, it's just about knowing how to manage your specific diabetes, I feel like, and once you get a handle on it, it's okay.
Now this battle, this is Diabetes Month, and we're out to stop it. I know you're very involved in the fight. Do you have any hope?
Absolutely. You know, I sort of made doing what I can my main focus when it comes to diabetes, and raising awareness first of all, and helping other young diabetics who are frightened by it and feel alone. And then the other thing was raising funds for research. You know, my doctor here in Los Angeles, her name is Francine Kaufman, and she's kind of on the forefront of looking for the cure. And it's an encouraging feeling to know someone that close to home that I see quarterly is working that hard for people like me and people like us who you know, would really love to see the cure one day. And I know that it's been amazing to see how Jonas fans have gotten involved with this initiative, and not only doing what they can to fund research, but also just being aware of it. Because, you know, the main thing that I've heard from other young diabetics is that in school people don't get what they're doing when they're checking their finger, and you never want to feel pushed out. And I think there's a definite embrace of the diabetic community and a general awareness of it now, which is great.
Would you say you're hopeful?
Definitely. I don't know when we'll see it, and I mean, I don't know if I'll see it in my lifetime, but I'm going to do all I can in my lifetime to try and get it there.
I salute you, Nick.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Nick Jonas.